Welcome back to episode 6 of Game Dev Tycoons. Let's try. So here we are. We knew that we were getting ready to train MacDac on G3 Game Jam, so we're going to start the training on that. Here comes our game reviews for Blue Alarm. Oh, I saw a 10 flash. Usually, at least we'll be in the upper echelon. Okay, nice experience. Star Games. Good, good. Have seen better. Okay, average about 6 now, right? Informed Gamer. Let's see if we can bring it up. Okay, 6 shows potential. So we could have missed. We could have missed in a few of the sliders, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still not doing too bad. We got some hype behind it, and it wasn't a complete bust. So our post-release analysis of Blue Alarm is complete, and we got the following results. Military strategy, great combo. AI seems to be quite important with this type of game. Well, we did have that high. So should I put everything else low, I guess? That's okay. Okay, keep it in mind. Keep it in mind for when we do another strategy game. He generated the game report, so let's put him back on training. I have MacDac on Game Jam. Let's have Jack do time trials. As long as we don't lose too much money, especially in these early days of game development, who cares? Just having a good time with it too. Alternate history. That's kind of cool. Hunting sim would be great, but we've already done simulators. I almost want to look up after this episode what cyberpunk means. I have no idea what that even means. Comedy games. What kind of a comedy game? Like Yo-Noids? Let's start. Let's do it. Let's try one. See if we can figure it out. If you can think of any comedy games that you might have played during your days, please put them in the comments below, because I can't think of any. Like Dumb and Dumber the simulator? I don't know exactly what that would have been. Looks like Jack for the most part is equal. So it's nice to have another person who's at equal level with Mac. So let's do another Game Dev Gems. Blue Alarm's off the market. So it made $500,000. It made $500,000. Not too bad. Market's normalized again, with no particularly strong trends at the moment. Okay, so we completed our research of comedy games. I'm not going to do any more research. Gameplay. We have no more. Yeah, we only have 8 research points, so that's it. Now, sorry, just to go back to this. So, what do you want to research? Yeah, so all of these things have to do with sequels. I don't think do. I'm just trying to think of what goes into a game engine. Like, what things can we research now besides just new topics that I don't necessarily have to invest in a new game engine every single time. Okay, the Dreamcast is out. Sega Dreamcast has been released. Let's just take a look at our game history, and I want to go behind. So we have a strategy game, a casual game, adventure, sim, adventure, action. So our action game was put out at year 9. So it's been 3 years since our last action game. So maybe that's something we could invest in at this point. It's a solid action game. Let's do that. Pick a topic. So let's maybe like a Wild West action game would be good. M, right? Get that extra little spur of violence. An M-rated Wild West RPG. Let's just know we were going to do action game. We could call this. Okay, we're gonna continue on the play system because we don't mature audience there. We're gonna do our new game engine, and we're gonna call it. Can anybody think of a Wild West name? Horses and carts. It could be. Oh, what about Dr. Quinn? Remember everybody realize Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman? Dr. Quinn's Ride to Victory. Wild West action play system. Mature game starring Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Start the development of this and we'll see how this goes. Let's get the marketing going on magazines. We could try 2 marketing strategies at once, try to see how that would work. Okay, so we have an action game. Gameplay, very important. Engine, probably important as well. Story and questing, probably not important in this sort of a thing. But we'll keep the linear story. Yeah, we already did marketing, right? Yeah. Alright, in 2 months, the Vita Oasis has been taken off the market. Oh, in 2 months it will be. Okay. Bubbles going everywhere. Okay, let's stick with the small booth because our funds are now starting to get low. So dialogue not so important. I want level design for an action game, and I want AI to be a little bit high, and we'll stick with that. I want to see what it almost looks like memory foam, doesn't it? The beanbag chairs. Now they're both scratching their head. This must be a problem in the office. All right, sound very important. We'll do world design and graphics, and let's we'll put world design a little bit higher. Okay. Now the question is, do we want to do another form of marketing while we have this out, right going into G3? Let's just try it. Magazines and demos. It's only 150 grand. We'll hype it up even more. Maybe it'll make no difference whatsoever. The hype looks like it might have not increased too much during that time. So Dr. Quinn's Ride to Victory, we're going to take that to G3 before reviews come out, which probably is a good thing. Maybe generate some fans off some demos and some TVs around the booth. Keep going. Keep going. All right. Our last G3, I think we had 102,000 people, but we also invested in like the $500,000 booth. So not cracking the top, but that's all right. Look at the hype 66 though. Out of G3 coming in. Coming in hot. The Sega Oasis is no longer supported. We're going to finish. Hey boss, I have a knack for security, and I think we could really do some security upgrades in our office. Do some research, and I think with an investment of 50,000 we'll be a lot safer than we are now. I mean, yeah, for 50,000. That Jack Long shows incentive. Initiative. He shows initiative. I don't know why he would show incentive. We're going to send him on vacation just for that, too. We're going to train Mac. We're going to do the last innovative challenge. We're going to wait for the reviews to roll in for Dr. Quinn's Ride to Victory. And looks like we're going to get your basic game. We're not going to be burning down any walls here, but basic game. 7, nice experience. All right, sitting at like a 6.65, something like that. We can hit another 7. That'd be nice. Awesome. All right, that's not horrible. Not horrible. Not horrible. So yeah, we'll just kind of kick around now. Let's just take a look. We'll go back to our game history, and it's been a while since we've done any kind of a rhythm game. So a rhythm game might not be a bad idea. We did a strategy game. We could do another sports simulator. We could do a sports game on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, that might not be bad. So let's see, Jack is back. We'll check out some... let's have him generate a game report for some research points. And we'll see where we could have gone wrong with Dr. Quinn's Ride to Victory. I wonder if that quiver on the right side is almost has like the Half-Life colors. Our post-release analysis of Dr. Quinn's Ride to Victory is complete. We got the following results. Western and action, good combo. Graphics seem to be very important. And the genre match, play system, and action is great. So that's good. We certainly hit on a few things with that. New research available, multi-genre. So that's like action RPG. We've seen a lot of that, more so in our own time. What was I going to do? Let's just let this sit out for a second. Okay, so he's done training. We're going to take a look at any kind of... did we say sim? What were we going to do? Oh, romance wouldn't be too bad. No, we wanted to just jump right into another game. Yeah. The genre, I think, was important. We haven't done a role-playing game. So think of... No, it was sports. We wanted to do a sports game. Sports sim for the PlayStation. We could call this Footballs to the Temple. Really don't want to be rated M. Rated M football game might not be too good. And we'll use our new genre. Make it E for everyone. Sports sim for the PlayStation. Use our brand new graphics. Yep. Okay, this is good. This is good. Engine is important. Story and questing is not. Gameplay is important. Who cares about the story? Engine will invest in that. Gameplay, certainly. I think hype just generally builds up because we have fans. This is Gary White from Gamers. I got a word from Insurgent Gamers. Insurgent Games is working on a new game. Yeah, we'll share some information on it. Curious about the decisions that go into video games and how companies prioritize areas. Your game is working on sports. We're going to be more focused on gameplay, certainly world design for a sports game. We're just playing on a field, for goodness sakes. Thank you for your time. You're very welcome. For that, get a little bit of marketing going, magazines and demos. All right, here's the interview that we did, talking about how we prioritize more level design, and it seems that other industry professionals agree. So every game development project has limited resources, so it's very important to use the time effectively. Well, we know that. So level design or AI, we'll lower that down to about there. Who cares about dialogues? And I'm not really, yeah, level editor in a football game, it doesn't make sense, but if it adds to our level design pluses, then certainly we'll go ahead and make sure that that happens. The 2 months, the Master V has been taken off the market. Dr. Quinn's Ride to Victory is now off the market. It has sold 90,000 units, generating 630,000 in sales. I feel like even our 10 games, like our 10 out of 10 games, not 10 out of 10s, but like our high games have only made X number of dollars. They haven't really like crushed it, you know? Graphics are important. World design, not so much, yeah. So I don't really feel too bad when we get like a 7 and we only make X number of dollars. It's like, whatever. Maybe we should be making more right now. I'm not really sure. Okay, let's debug it. Our hype is pretty solid. We have no bugs. Looking good, looking good. Oh, the Sony PlayStation 2. Here it comes. Upgraded hardware console, a newer version than the Dreamcast. Unlike the Dreamcast, PS2 does not focus on online play, but instead seems to focus on the strengths of previous PlayStation. Solid upgrade controller, including vibration function, upgraded graphics, support for DVD titles, even backwards compatibility with the PS1 games. If you want to share your great PS2 memories, please post in the comments below, because I remember my PlayStation 2 and I really enjoyed it. Alright, so the game is out, and here come the reviews. Footballs to the temple. Oh, 10 flashed a couple times. Alright, nice. So we do good with the sim games, there's no doubt about it. We get a good grasp on sims. We get a good grasp on casual games. So let's see if we can get a good grasp on role-playing games next. All right, so that's solid. An 8, a 9, and a 7. We should feel pretty good about that. Let's generate a report for it. While he's generating a report, Mac can train more in design to even that up with his tech skills. The Master V is no longer supported rather. So Dr. Quinn made 600 grand, right? So 630. So let's see how that compares at like a 6 game to like an 8 game. So graphics are very important. We knew that. Platform match. PlayStation Sim is good, and PlayStation Everyone is great as well. Sega Dreamcast is one of the fastest selling consoles in history, but lately it seems the anticipation of the upcoming PlayStation 2 release is slowing down sales. If the PS2 can hold up to the hype when it's released, then Vina could be in deep trouble. We'll definitely be developing for the PlayStation 2. Because a lot of the things that we learned from the PS1 will translate over. So it definitely just makes sense, business-wise. Let's see if any other new topics have popped up. We know romance, but I don't want to do a romance sim just yet. Let's do, so sound, stereo, all these things are part of the game engine. But gameplay, is gameplay? Let's research character progression, especially for role-playing. If we're going to release a role-playing game, yeah, character progression is great. Hopefully that's not part of the engine. Oh, here comes the Xbox. The first Xbox One. Xbox One. PC software juggernaut. Microsoft has an... I'm just going to use the real name for that because I don't... Micronoft? Yeah. They'll be entering the game console market with the M-Box. So first demos have been impressive, but we have to wait and see how it fares against the popular Dreamcast as well as against the recently announced and much anticipated PlayStation 2. So Mac's kind of kicking around doing nothing right now. We'll relax while he finishes the report there. Today the game platform PS2 has been released. Let's just check in general. I'm curious how much the license is for that. $350. Man. Let's see how much money we make off to Footballs in the Temples. Or we can just stay with the play system and try to... We're not sure about RPGs. Or we can debut an RPG on the play system too. We'll make the decision when he's done. I'll think about it. Character progression. Let's see if we make a game. Well, I guess we'll have to see when we get into the game. I'm going to stick with an E for Everyone game. I want to do a role-playing game. So I think a fantasy role-playing game. Obviously, you can't go wrong with that. We're going to stick with the PlayStation 1. And we're going to call it something Light the Way Home, our fantasy role-playing game for the Play System and the Super Next Era graphics. Alright, so we'll stick with the high graphics capabilities with that. Light the Way Home's not too bad. Story and questing, obviously very important. Keep engine and gameplay down, but not gone. We'll have a linear story and better user experience. I'm not too worried about game tutorials. Saved games, certainly, for something like that. Alright, PS2 has been announced, has released to a phenomenal success. Stores everywhere out of stock as manufacturing can barely keep up. Fans have resorted to buying the console on internet auction sites for as much as 5 times the normal price. While Vonnie has managed to have the most successful launch in history, sales of Vina's Dreamcast have plummeted. Yep. If you look back in history, this will be the demise of the Dreamcast. So Football to the Temple's off the market. So we sold 1.1 million, right? So you think like Dr. Quinn's Rides and things, or whatever that was, Dr. Quinn's Ride to Victory, was like a 6, and it sold just about $700,000. It was like 630,000. So, yeah, I mean, it's twice as much. It is pretty significant. Got a hit. That's it. All right, dialogue, you want that a little bit more. AI, I'm not too worried about. We'll pick better dialogues. Level design. Okay. So Microsoft has announced the delay. Microsoft has announced the delay of their new gaming console, the Xbox. The new release date is later this year. Rumor has it that the incredible success of the PlayStation 2 launch has prompted Microsoft to delay their own debut. We've seen that a ton with games in general. People just pushing off their games because they don't want to compete with anybody else's, which in a lot of senses makes sense, right? Alright, graphics high. I don't think sound is that important. We'll do our world design just shy, but I want to focus on graphics if those plus signs are saying. Certainly we'll do open world for this. We'll click OK. We did not do marketing, and I feel real bad about that, so we don't really have the money for that. So let's just do a magazine and demo. We'll get a little bit of hype out of it. A little bit of hype. It seems like we're a little bit front heavy with design, so I think my training, let's invest some training into tech for Jack next time. I think that would be a good idea as soon as this game is done. 63 to 41. I'd like to have that be even. Let's do a medium booth this year. You know, just to stop for a second, I remember when I was playing last time, though, it depends on the type of game. So you think of a more technical game, like casual games maybe, or more technical, whereas design is a little bit more focused for something like an RPG. So this may be to our advantage. But regardless, yeah, Jack's pretty even. He's pretty even. He's looking pretty good. So I'd rather have him more heavy on the tech, though. Awesome, so we have a new record for design. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so let's release the game. We'll put Mac on training too. I want him to do speed, because that's something certainly I am lacking in there in the game. And we'll see what the reviews say. We're now under $1 million, so we really need a hit on Light the Way Home. And I think we may have it. Nice, 9, great, Star Games. 8, very good, Informed Gamer. 9 out of 10, More Please by Game Hero. I'll give you a sequel, but you'll probably give me a bad rating. Played it for days, all games, awesome. So we're going to head into G3. We're going to stop the video there, and we're going to head into G3 with Light the Way Home. We'll see what kind of press we could generate from that, what kind of sales we see for this game, and we will see you on the next episode. Thank you.